And welcome back. It's been a while. I only got the one video out yesterday, and again, things come up. Luckily, I got a solid amount of time today to go to just crack at everything. So I got two wins to do. I got a what if I gotta doing the death battle prediction right now, and I got a review for Spider-Man Far From Home to do as well. I got a lot to do today. But let's just get into it right now. Death battle prediction. And so obviously we had the Luke Cage versus Captain Falcon fight. Won't say who won, but I did in fact call who won. I was also not 100% sure on this fight because I wasn't sure on the combatants for the fight because I'm not big. I don't play Mortal Kombat. I never played really watched Captain Falcon or played any game involving him really besides a little bit of Smash Brothers here. So I didn't really know the true capabilities behind him. However, I did know a little bit about him, so I went with the one I went with, and I called it. This next one, though, Aang versus Edward Aldrich. Or Elric. Guys who can transmute matter? Aang is also capable of bending like the actual energy of an individual and things along those lines. So, I can kind of see the reasoning behind it. In terms of who I think wins this, that's all dependent if they have enough information on adult Aang and how strong adult Aang was. Because if they don't, it's young Aang. Because I'll say this. Aang at his strongest was considered to be, when he using the Avatar state and everything along those lines, was considered to be a force of nature, like a literal act of God. But Edward was able to take on Father after he had a resurrected body, and was able to beat him just straight out in a fight. So, but that's not about what you're capable of doing with your alchemy. It's about just overall being able to beat him. The question is, does elemental bending beat alchemy? And I will say that I think it does in terms of just how quickly you were able to do something. There is a little bit of time required, depending on what type of alchemy you're doing, to use alchemy. Now, that said, though, Edward is far better in a hand-to-hand fight than Aang is. Aang is basically just avoid and don't get hit and then use airbending. Edward has no problem going toe-to-toe with you and, fisticuffs, all that. Plus he's got his metal arm and metal leg, so he hits a lot harder. I believe he has a blade that comes out of the arm. And the whole taking bending thing away, alchemy isn't bending, so that bending the spirit of an earthing, I really don't see that working. So this is a weird one. I will say that Aang is probably the faster opponent, and therefore I can use his abilities at a quicker pace than say Edward could. Not to say Edward can't. It's just that I think that Aang is the more likely one to be able to rapidly fire moves off. And like I said, in the Avatar state, it was like he was a force of nature. If I'm gonna put my money on, if I'm gonna put my $1 down, and I have a 50-50 shot at this, like, okay, choose one. Who do I think is the more likely one? I'm gonna go with Aang, because Aang dealt a lot with the spirits. He's fought the Fire Nation, he's fought Earthbenders, he's fought Waterbenders. So he's fought a wide range of opponents just like Edward has. Edward, I think, has fought the more dangerous opponents overall because he's fought the Sins incarnated and the homunculi and everything along those lines. But I do think it is. I think it'll be Aang who wins the fight. But I could be wrong on that. This one I don't. This one, like the last one, I really don't have a huge amount of confidence in. But I'm gonna stick with my decision. I think it's gonna be Aang. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think it's going to be Aang or Edward, and why do you think that? So put it in the comments below. Let's hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior Magic, what if anything do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. I'll be back with who would win next. Later.